Welcome to the 8th session of Android programming. The topic is application context and intents. The objectives over here is to understand various applications in Android to learn about intent. First of all, we'll go into Android applications. Third-party applications can be acquired by users either through an app store such as Google Play or the Amazon App Store. You can also download APK files from third-party sites. Google Play Store includes applications published by Google and third-party developers. Developers may restrict their application to particular carriers or country for business reasons. So, your device needs to be pre-installed with Play Store client application. The client filter the list of available applications down to those compatible with the user's device. More than 1 million applications are available for Android in Play Stores. Applications are developed primarily in Java programming language using Android Software Development Kit. We call it as SDK. The SDK includes a comprehensive set of development tools, including a debugger, software libraries, a handset emulator based on QEMU, documentation, sample codes, and tutorial. The officially supported integrated development environment (IDE) is Eclipse, using the Android development tool that is ADT plugin. Eclipse is now being replaced with Android Studio. Other development tools are available, that is a native development kit for application or extension in C or C++, Google App Inventor, a visual environment for novice programmer, various cross-platform mobile web application frameworks. Coming on to the next topic, intent. An intent is an abstract description of an operation to be performed. It is an object that provides runtime binding between separate components such as two activities. It is most significant use in the launching of activity, where it can be thought of as a glue between the activities. You can use intents for a wide variety of tasks. Example of intent here, your intent starts another activity and pass data to it. The intent constructor takes two parameters. A context is the first parameter that is used because the activity class is a subclass of the context. The class of the app component to which the system should deliver the intent. In this case, the activity should be started. The putExtra method adds edit text value to the intent. An intent can carry data type as key value pairs called extra. Your key is a string constant because the next activity uses the key to retrieve the text value. It is a good practice to define keys for intent extras using your app's package name as a prefix. The start activity method starts an instance of second activity specified by the intent. The second activity to display the message that was passed by the first activity. Intent is equal to get intent method. String message is equal to intent dot get string extra of constant string underscore constant. To pass the data from second activity to first, the second activity is invoked with start activity for result, intent, comma, request ODE. The request code, it is supposed to be request code. The request code is must be the same for both the activities. The first activity must implement on activity result, which includes the parameter as int request code, result code, intent data. Second activity passes the data to the first using intent.setData, URI.parse message, set result underscore OK, comma, intent. URI, uniform resource identifier. The method URI.parse creates a new URI object from a properly formatted string. A URI object is usually used to tell a content provider what we want to access by reference. Thank you.